Hi, really welcome back to DayZ, and I got an interesting question underneath one of my videos the other day, which was, how do you change the infected zombies that spawn with bonfires if you happen to have that turned on your community server? And I guess this also relates to how do you change any of the zombies or infected that spawn with any of the events, say helicopter events or the trains or the police events, anything like that. So as you can see here, this is the bonfire. Normally is only turned on for Halloween and Well Purges night, I think, on official servers. But instead of having the firemen, which I always thought was a little bit odd, having firemen spawn with it, here we have the religious guys. We have the vicars or the priests spawning in with it. So let's just exit out of this so it doesn't affect what I'm trying to do. And let's jump on over. So I'm going to be showing you how I do this on a local server, but that's on my PC, but the ideas are exactly the same. So on your server, whether it be an Xbox or a PlayStation server with Nichado, or a PC server with someone else, you're going to go into the missions folder. So on PlayStations it's PS missions, on Xbox it's XB missions, and on PC it's generally MP missions. So you go into there, and you'll go into Chernarus if it's Chernarus, Enoch if it's a Livonia server, and then you go into the DB directory, and the file we're interested in is events. So you're either going to open that up on the web in the browser, or preferably download it so you can edit it locally, so that you can then check it using an online XML validator anyway. So I'm going to be editing this with Notepad++. So if we use the bonfire for an example first, so if we do a Control F and we search for the bonfire, what we can see here is, in fact, if we go to this one, search for bonfire, there it is. So this is a vanilla file, so this is one that hasn't been changed. So this is the entry for a bonfire. So first off, if you want the bonfire to occur, you've got to change the active status to 1, like that. And then the line that controls the infected zombies that spawn in with the bonfire is there, the one that says secondary InfectedFirefighter. Now you notice this isn't a specific class name for a specific type of zombie. It's a group of zombies. In fact, that infected firefighter is the name of the event that spawns in firefighters. So what that means is, as long as we change this to another type of an event that's already existing, then we can change exactly what it is. So if we go over to my modded events.xml, what we can see here is, obviously it's turned on with active, and we've got the secondary is now infected religious. But if you're saying, okay Rob, so what different groups can I use? Well, if you do a quick Control F for infected like this, find all in current document, you'll get a list of all the different types of groups of zombies that spawn in. So when zombies spawn in, they don't spawn in like backpacks or tins of baked beans in the game. They spawn in with what we call an event. So as you approach a town, for example, infected villagers will spawn in, but they only spawn in when you're a certain distance away, and then as you're walking away, they then despawn out so the server doesn't collapse. And they're a group of zombies. So here we have, so event name InfectedArmy, InfectedArmyHard, InfectedCity, etc. So we could replace infected religious or InfectedFirefighter with any of these entries. And in fact, what you could do is you could say, actually, at the I want villagers at my bonfires. So we could actually, if we copy that and look, well, actually, we can just double click on that. If we double click on infected village, what we can see here is this is the event name for infected village. So these are the type of zombies that will spawn in normally as you're approaching a village or a town or even a city. And you can see normally these are spawning in as survivors are wandering around the map, and you get jogger skinny, milkmaid, villager, farmer fat, zombie with a black jacket on, etc. All of these things. So if we wanted those to spawn in at our bonfire, we could just copy that, do a Control F, search for bonfire. We're back at the bonfire, and instead of infected religious now, we just spawn in like that, infected village. And that's it really, and that will just change it over to that other group. So if another example could be, say, helicopter crashes. So I could find Heli. There we go. So static heli crash. And we can see the secondary event that happens as part of a static heli crash event is InfectedArmy. So you could change this to Infected Village, or Infected Religious, or Infected Firefighter, or anything like that. And you can change the flavour of the particular event that's happening depending on what you think suits your style of server that you're playing on. An obvious change for static heli crash would be to change InfectedArmy to InfectedArmyHard. That way, that spawns in the infective zombies that have the bulletproof vests on and stuff like that. And that's it, really. That's how easy it is to change it over and then have a totally different feeling to the bonfires or heli crashes. And that's enough from me. Thank you very much. Bye.